Hi, I'm Rebecca Harris, and welcome to this edition of Faces and Places. Today we are at Trevioli in Columbus, Georgia, and I'm talking to my good friend Nona Christie. Nona is a songwriter, and she loves music, and she especially loves other songwriters because they all have such an interesting story to tell, and they tell it through music. So Nona has created an event that is just wonderful for songwriters. It's a competition, so tell us a little bit about it, Nona.
I really hate competitions because every songwriter I love all their songs, but somehow putting $500 out there entices them to come and play. and songwriters want an audience, so
Yes.
we put together a listening room so that they can come and play their songs and be appreciated.
That's right. And being appreciated is so important because some of these songwriters have been writing since they were children. And in order for them to have an audience, it's very difficult because a lot of venues don't really appreciate original music. But we want to thank Trevioli for allowing us to have this event here because they have such a wonderful facility for a listening environment.
Absolutely.
And I also want to thank you, Nona, because Nona does public relations for Covenant Woods. And Covenant Woods has done an amazing thing. Tell us about that.
They donated the $500. Because I work there and because I talk about songwriters all the time, they just wanted to hush me up. But anyway, it worked. But also there is a guitar from Everything Musical. There is Recording Time by Justin Ballou. There was every winner every week got to be on WLTZ and sing their song, and that's a big deal.
On live TV, yes.
And then all three winners tonight will have a show on No Cover from the American Guitar Boutique.
With Tim O'Brien.
Yes.
Who works with us.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yes,
good.
at CTVB.
Yes, right. Good.
Okay, well, Nona, I know that you've got to get the show started, so we're going to let you run. But I just want to publicly thank you. And on behalf of CTVB, I want to thank you for what you do for the local musicians here to promote homegrown music that was created right here in our area. So, Nona, you go get busy.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we're here with our first competitor tonight, Brittany Avery. She has been a songwriter for a long time, and I can remember sitting in my office at the Parks and Recreation office and looking at your Facebook page, which was so adorable because your little baby would be in the background in a high chair while you were sitting there playing your guitar and writing songs. So you want to give a little shout out to your babies?
Yeah, hey Hayden and hey Emery.
So how old are they now?
Emery's 3 and Hayden's 6.
All right. So how long have you been writing songs?
I think since I was a kid. I started playing guitar at 8, and I'm pretty sure around the same time in my own mind I started writing songs.
Do you come from a musical family?
I do. Gene Avery's my dad.
Okay.
And he plays with a local band called GP38.
Okay.
And he played, his mom played bass, his dad played guitar, and it's pretty far up in my family tree.
That is so awesome. You know, a lot of people don't have that, and that's something to really treasure, and I know that had to have been a huge influence on you.
It was.
What kind of music do you write?
I like to write personal songs. I guess you would call it Americana, but
Okay.
I love heartbreak songs. That's in story songs. Those are my favorite things.
Yes, those songs kind of help you get your feelings out.
They do.
Yes. And other people can relate too because everybody's had a broken heart at one time or another.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what are the names of the songs that you're going to be performing tonight?
I'm going to be playing 10 Years or More
Okay.
and 6 Bullets.
All right, 6 Bullets. That sounds very interesting.
It's a murder song. Yeah, it's a murder ballad.
All right. Well, I know you need to go get tuned up, Brittany, so I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
Back in MySpace used to be a thing. And back to the day where I dreamed of a ring. But to the Greyhound bus and the miles in between. Well, don't tell me that you forgot about me. To the friends in the hills, they are my kind. The winters were harsh, but the summers were fine. To the laughter and the loneliness, the smoke and the booze, the magic cards on me for sure. It's been a heartbreak for 10 years or more. We're bare feet in the snow, it's Star Trek on the walls. The sound of your records coming down the hall. Our dogs sit on our front porch, oh, the stories I can tell. You hear I'm stuck in the past, but I hear you going through there. But I'll ride like I know it, with this heart that'll show it. 'Cause my knees by this bed are putting holes in the floor. And I'm praying to Jesus that I will forget you, but I'm not sure he hears me for sure. It's been a heartbreak for 10 years or more. Bottle rocket symphony, they call out to me on the nights when I dream myself to sleep. And I can't cut the ties, they all seem so binding. I say I'm okay, but through these tears I've been lying. So I'll ride like I know it, with this heart that'll show it. 'Cause my knees by this bed are putting holes in this floor. And I'm screaming at Jesus that I will forgive you, but I'm not sure he hears me no more. No, I'm not sure he hears me no more. It's been a heartbreak for 10 years or more. It's been my heartbreak for 10 years or more. It's probably my favorite song I've ever written. You take your time and break my heart, and I love it when you do. Oh, I may seem like I'm falling apart, but I can't take the abuse. Oh, I can handle your drinking and all your falling down. I can deal with your crazy thinking, but I can't take you running around. So I'll follow you down the road to a spot you love to go, and 6 bullets I will load. So bless your heart and bless your soul. 'Cause 1 bullet's in the air, and 1 bullet's in a tree, 3 bullets in your heart, and 1 bullet's left for me. Well, I'll watch as you lay cold on the bloody lanes below. I'll look to the sky and pray before I let that trigger go. And I'll follow you down the road to a spot you love to go. Yeah, 6 bullets I will load. So bless your heart and bless your soul. 'Cause 1 bullet's in the air, and 1 bullet's in a tree, 3 bullets in your heart, and 1 bullet's left for me. As I take my last breath, I see you crawl away. I close my eyes is your name. Oh, I'll haunt you till your dying day. And then I'll follow you down the road to a spot you love to go. 6 bullets high below. So bless your heart and bless your soul. 'Cause 1 bullet's in the air, 1 bullet's in a tree, 3 bullets in your heart, and 1 bullet's left for me. 'Cause I can handle your drinking and all your falling down. I can deal with your crazy thinking, but I can't take you running around.
And we're here with our second contestant, Mutt Cooper.
Hey, how are you?
And Mutt is from Columbus.
Yes,
but
ma'am.
where did you grow up?
I grew up over in Auburn and Opelika, and
Okay.
married a young lady about 25 years ago and moved over here.
And what's her name?
Her name is Sally.
All right. Well, I heard your songs last week and I was very impressed.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I wanted to know a little bit more about why you write music.
I write music for a while. I've written music for myself.
Okay.
It comes from the heart. It's stuff that I've either lived or felt or whatever. I've recently got to work with veterans in Operation Song, where they bring Nashville songwriters down to get with local songwriters, and we get with veterans and talk about their story and tell it.
What
And-
a wonderful thing.
Yes, and here recently, I've actually written a song for the Miracle Riders here in Columbus, for Scott Resmeyer and the Miracle Riders, the guys that raise money for charity. I think over the past 10 years, they've raised about $1.6 million for
Wow.
children, for local children.
Wow.
And so Scott came to me. I've known him for about 40 years, and we've ridden motorcycles forever. And I wrote a song for them called Miracle Riders.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's their song. I wrote it
I
for
would
them.
love to hear that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so very soon maybe we can do a little show and talk about Miracle Riders and we can put your song on our show.
That sounds great. I would like that.
All right. Well, I want to wish you good luck in the competition tonight.
right.
And like I said, I heard you last week and I was very impressed.
Thank you, ma'am.
Um,
I'm proud to be here. Thank you.
well, we're proud to have you here.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know that you are giving of your talent to help other people. So I want to thank you for that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you. The older I get, the more people die. You think by now I'd learn not to cry. Memories flood back after all these years. They run down my face in the shape of tears. The loved ones that are gone, they don't hurt anymore. The pain of them leaving creates a void. It's a hole in your heart, but it don't bleed. Try to fill it with love, but there's only greed. Funerals are for the living, not the passed on. Funerals remind us we're not here very long. We gather together just to say goodbye. I don't like funerals, 'cause they make me cry. When I'm gone and they lay me down, they put my whole body in the cold, cold ground. Don't weep for me,
like I've done before. Be happy that I'm on God's golden shore. Funerals for the living, not the passed on. Funerals remind us we're not here very long. We gather together just to say goodbye. I don't like funerals 'cause they make me cry. I don't like funerals 'cause they make me cry. I don't like funerals, so I guess I won't die. He was born in 1950. His daddy fought in World War II. He's what they call a baby boomer, and he believes red, white, and blue. In 68, he got a call from his Uncle Sam. He answered like his daddy did. He went off to Vietnam. After 2 tours in the jungle, he finally made it home. He don't like to talk about it. He stays all alone. Pills and whiskey bring sleep and put his mind at ease. 'Cause he's tired of all the dreaming and hearing all the screams. Well, he died in Vietnam, but he didn't know. It don't mean nothing, 'cause he made it home. He's got a lot of scars, but they don't show. And there's more than jungle rain that chill him to the bone. Through the years he went a little crazy and drove his family away. Not a lot of friends left, just the ones at the VA. Thought the treatment he was getting would help him for sure. But Agent Orange causes cancer, and there ain't no cure. Well, he died in Vietnam, but he didn't know. It don't mean nothing, 'cause he made it home. He's got a lot of scars, but they don't show. And there's more than jungle rain that chill him to the bone. Well, he's pain free, he don't drink no more. He finally stopped dreaming, hearing screams from that old damn war. His family gathered together like they did in 68. Well, he died in Vietnam, but we buried him today. Well, he died in Vietnam, but we buried him today.
So now we have Stan Edwards, who is an amazingly talented songwriter that I've had the privilege of being in several shows with. And I think that he performed at 2 of our Grand Ole Opry tribute shows at the Central Activity Center, also with your lady, Marcia Short.
Yep.
And I'm sure Marcia's very supportive of your songwriting
Yeah, most of the time.
most of the time.
Just don't have much time for it anymore, you know.
Oh, I know. You've been writing for a long time and you've had a lot of connections with a lot of people and been able to do studio work and all kinds of interesting things. So tell me a little bit about why you started writing music.
I don't know why it started.
It just came out.
It just came out.
Okay.
Playing other people's music and you say, well, man, I could have wrote something like that. Why haven't I? You know?
Yes.
So the first song I ever wrote, I was just driving down the road one day and the chords came in my head and the whole song was right there. And I went home and wrote it down. There it was. So then on, it just snowballed. Then I got to write with a lot of good writers.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that was amazing because I'm surprised they let me in that circle. But I did, and I was very fortunate, and I was very fortunate to play with a lot of great musicians that had those connections with the songwriting, and they were songwriters too. So, and there you have it. You know, it just fell in place.
Well, what we need to do is have a show with you one day and let you tell us all about that, because I love to hear your stories about working with these other songwriters. And what songs are you going to be performing tonight?
Tonight I'm going to do one that I wrote with my songwriting partner in Atlanta, Wayne Galloway. It's called Loving You Again.
Okay. Loving You Again
is the first one.
Okay.
The second one is called Mountain Boy.
Okay.
And I wrote that one by myself a long, long time ago. It's about a musician that comes on off the road 10 years, goes back to his home up in the mountains, and he's happy to be home.
All right. Well, that sounds very, very interesting. I can't wait to hear it.
Oh,
And I wish you good luck in the competition
Well,
tonight.
thank you.
And thanks for letting me
Good to
talk to
see
you.
you.
Good to see you too.
When the sun goes down in this one horse town, there's some places that really rather be. Start out with the boys on Saturday night, drinking beer and telling lies. It's back at home where you love waiting for me. If I had to swim the deepest water, crawl across the burning
Well, somehow I managed to make it through another day. It seems lately I'm just giving your memory a rent-free place to stay. Now I'm counting on the whiskey, so I don't count the days you've been gone. And I wonder who you're holding while I'm barely holding on. Wonder who you're holding. Is there someone new in your life? They say love cannot be bought. Does the freedom have a price? I've only got one lifetime, so what if you find out you're wrong? And I wonder who you're holding while I'm barely holding on. Sometimes we got to win and lose. I never finish what I start. I just wish that I'd been one to win your heart. I've only got one lifetime. What if you find out you're wrong? I wonder who you're holding while I'm barely holding on. I wonder who you're holding. Is someone new in your life? They say love cannot be bought. Does the freedom have a price? We only got one lifetime. What if you find out you're wrong? And I wonder who you're holding while I'm barely holding on. And I wonder who you're holding while I'm barely holding on. Good night, darling.
So we have Frank Kiefer here, and I have had the privilege of working with Frank Kiefer on a couple of projects. We were in a group together called the Woodshedders.
Yes.
And at that time, I didn't really understand what woodshedding was all about. And Frank explained to me that it's about when you write a song and you get together with other people, you just sort of dissect it and organize it and make it into your version of a song. And we were able to work on some of Frank's songs, which are all very good.
Oh, thank you.
So tell me a little bit about you, Frank. What do you do?
Well, I'm a retired teacher. We travel as much as we can. We have grandkids out in Colorado. So,
Okay.
And I've started playing a new sport called pickleball.
Oh, really?
And that's a lot of fun. It's a good exercise, too.
Oh, that's good. Well, tell me a little bit about how long you've been writing music.
Oh, well, I think the first song I wrote was about 20 years ago, and it
Okay.
was for a female vocalist in a band that I was in. And she wanted to do some originals, and she had some. And after I heard hers, I kind of said to myself, I think I can do that.
And you can do that. So tell me a little bit about which songs you're going to do tonight. Let's name those two songs.
Tonight I'm going to do the one that got me here, Cubicle Cowboy.
I love that.
Thank you. And the other is one I've never played in public. It's called Sing Your Own Song.
Okay.
And it took a while to write it. Most of my other songs have been fairly quick, but this one probably I worked on off and on for over 6 months.
Okay.
And there's nothing about the finished product that actually I remember being the same as the start.
Yes, it's constantly changing, isn't it?
Yeah, but well, except for the theme and an opening guitar lick, and everything else is different.
Okay. Well, Frank, I know you've got to go get tuned up and ready for your performance, but I just want to wish you luck tonight.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed it.
It's good to see you again.
Good to see you. Get a little hot there.
We drove around the town from dusk until dawn. She wanted a long last look before she was gone. We stopped at the little white church that she sang in for years. On the pew in the dark, she asked God for help with her fears. A big country singer was always her dream, to be up on stage and hear all the scream. But sometimes a leaving feels just like grieving. And you can see the road you'll be traveling on. Sometimes a love that binds makes the road hard to find. And you won't know you have the strength to sing your own song till you're gone. Captured the country world's heart with her #1 song. After years of gold records and Grammys, something was wrong. 'Cause lately the songs she's been singing sound hollow and fake. Her heart knows what's needed, but that first step is so hard to take. That little white church has been whispering her name. There's more to a good life than money and fame. But sometimes a leaving feels just like grieving. And you can see the road you'll be traveling on. Sometimes the love that binds makes the road hard to find. And you won't know you have the strength to sing your own song till you're gone. Sing your song, sing your own song, sing your song. roundups, his horse is his chair. His wide open space is a 4x4 square. His screensaver shows him the places he'd go. Green valleys with cattle, high mountains with snow. He's a cubicle cowboy, but it don't ride the range. He's a cubicle cowboy, oh, isn't life strange? He longs for the big sky and the fresh mountain air, and dreams he's a cowboy from his cubicle chair. He always says howdy when he answers the phone. He wears boots and a string tie and chaps cologne. His belt buckle's big, but his workspace is small. Watches reruns of Gunsmoke the nights he's on call. He's a cubicle cowboy, but it don't ride the range. He's a cubicle cowboy, oh, isn't life strange? He longs for the big sky and the fresh mountain air, and dreams he's a cowboy from his cubicle chair. At the end of the day, he's just part of the herd. He's prodded to get on that train. His home on the range is a house in the burbs. It's already dark and it's starting to rain. He's a cubicle cowboy, but it don't ride the rain. He's a cubicle cowboy, oh, isn't life strange? He longs for the big sky and the fresh mountain air, and dreams he's a cowboy from his cubicle chair. Dreams he's a cowboy from his cubicle chair.
So our next contestant is Joe McClure, and we've known each other for a long time, and I think the way we got to know each other was through your songwriting.
That's true.
It's a long story, but Joe had written a song about the Loft, which is a local venue in Columbus, and he and another friend of ours got together, and we formed a group called Midlife Crisis.
That's right.
Where we were able to do lots of original music. So I'm very familiar with your music.
Oh, well, good. I hope you like it still.
I do love it. You know I do. Where are you from?
Columbus.
Okay.
Born and raised.
Joe lives in Columbus. Well, he's lived in Columbus, and now you live out in Catala.
In Catala.
Okay. This is a regional competition, and one thing that is interesting to me about your music is that you have a broken arm now.
Well, it was shoulder surgery.
Oh, shoulder surgery. Okay. I'm sorry,
Right.
I got the wrong details.
But yeah. So,
Okay.
So I can't play the guitar. But,
So you can't play the guitar. He usually plays left-handed anyway. But you have someone here tonight to play the
That's
guitar
right.
for you so you can still do your song.
It's actually just a ploy. Now I've got the best guitar player in town playing for me instead of me playing the guitar, which works a lot better.
And who is this guitar player?
Randy Dameron is
All right. I've had the privilege of working with him too, and he's amazing.
He is.
We have a very close-knit community here of musicians, so when something happens, people gladly jump in and help out.
They do. They do.
What songs are you going to do tonight?
Well, I'm going to do a song that I wrote after my mom died
Okay.
called Rest.
Rest.
And I'm doing a song called Sucker, which is a completely different song. So it should be fun anyway.
I've heard that, and I do think that's a lot of fun. Well, I wish you luck in the competition tonight, Joe, and it's very good to see you again.
Thank you.
When I was young and my parents seemed so tall, I was very little, my legs were so small. I tried to keep up and do my best. They would carry me and I could rest. I grew on up and I went to grammar school. I became frustrated with all of those rules. My parents taught me I could pass that test. They would carry me and I could rest. Well, I went off to college and I got my degree. And my folks, they were so proud of me. I hit the road of life to find my star, and I said thanks for carrying me this far, for carrying me this far. Dad passed on, Mom was depressed. She couldn't get around and she wouldn't get dressed. I still tried to do my best. I carried Mom so she could rest. Well, Mom was getting worse. Time was drawing near. She called me to her side and whispered in my ear, let's close our eyes and pray to the Lord and tell him thanks for carrying us this far. Well, now Mom's gone to be with Dad. They're dancing together, no need to be sad. They're with God and they are blessed. He's carrying them so they can rest. Why the hell am I in charge of your life? When did I volunteer to be responsible for your happiness? I should stick a hose down my throat and give you the end so you can suck the life right out of me, sucker. I got my own demons and battles to fight, so bite me. Take a big old chunk and I'll sit on the other cheek for a while. You got my number, so you pick up the phone and call me. You call me and suck the life right out of me. Sucker. Stand up for yourself. Deal with your own strife. Take your heart off of that shelf. Live your own life. Sucker. You think the world revolves around you? Well, it doesn't. Sucker. You're just not the only lonely, sad soul in the world. You can get your joy from the inside. Don't take it from me. Don't suck the life right out of me. Sucker. 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 Sucker.
So we're here at Trevioli with Ted McVay, and he is another songwriter in this competition that we're very blessed to have. And Ted is from the Opelika, Auburn area, and like we said, this is a regional competition. And you also lived in Columbus, Georgia, right?
Yes, long time ago. I taught high school at Pacelli for 5 years.
What did you teach at Pacelli?
Spanish.
You taught Spanish, okay. Well, I'm sure some of your students out there might recognize you, but did they know that you're a songwriter?
I wasn't then.
You weren't?
No.
When did you start writing songs?
About 6 years ago.
Okay. So what got you interested in writing songs?
It was a surprise. I was approaching retirement, and I decided I wanted to start playing again. I had set my guitar aside for a while, and one day I was just going through some chords, and here came a song.
Wow.
And then another one, and then another one.
So it came natural to you.
Sort of, yeah.
I think sometimes when you retire and you don't have so much pressure on you to do things, your creative juices start flowing again.
I hope so.
Well, tell us what songs you plan to perform tonight at the event.
Okay, one is called Slow Motion Waltzing. It's about some very old people who are in love.
Slow motion waltzing. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. And the other one is Danse Macabre. It's about death and about our attitudes towards death. And,
Okay.
how we should really go ahead and enjoy life because it's coming.
That's right. Well, that sounds very interesting, both of them do, and I can't wait to hear you.
Well, thank you.
So good luck in the competition.
Thank you.
Slow motion waltzing as if on air, you with your walker, I in my chair, you with your silver curls, I with no hair. Slow motion waltzing, are we a pair? One step per measure, one step, then rest for two. I take such pleasure in waltzing with you. There's no need to hurry, we've no time to spare. Slow motion waltzing, are we a pair? I will raise my arm now, you pretend to twirl. I then rest for two. I take such pleasure in waltzing with you. There's no need to hurry, we've no time to spare. Slow motion waltzing, Lord, we a pair. Slow motion waltzing, Lord, we a pair. There you sit all in a stew, wondering what you can do to avoid your own demise. Will it come as a surprise? Will it catch you unawares? As you're climbing up the stairs, you can't know, and I won't tell, so you might as well relax. Come dance with us, stop all this fuss. We're just part of life, you see. There's little room for gloom and doom. Come dance with Mrs. D and me. Death is just the price you pay for living 30,000 days. Get fired up, get off your duff, and dance your life away. Will you bite the dust beneath a bus? Will war or famine get you? Will it be drugs or microbial bugs or a lion that wants to pet you? Will the answer be brain cancer? Will a viper help you pay the piper? You can't know, I won't tell, so you might as well relax. Come dance with us, stop all this fuss. We're just part of life, you see. There's little room for gloom and doom. Come dance with Mrs. D and me. Death is just the price you pay for living 30,000 days. Get fired up, get off your duff, and dance your life away. You're in a precarious situation, on a bridge from nowhere to nowhere. It's all very plain and simple, except for unexpected complications. Bum 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 ba dum bum 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 ba da 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 dum ba da ba da 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 ba da 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 ba ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum ba dum bum ba dum bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum 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 ba ba dum bum bum da 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 dum da 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 da. You've been sick, don't tell us you're on the mend. We'll get you in the end. You can't beat fate, so celebrate. We'd love to have you as our friend. You'd better live life while you can. What will become of the things you plan? You can't know, and I won't tell, so you might as well relax. Come dance with us, stop all this fuss. We're just part of life, you see. There's little room for gloom and doom. Dance with Mrs. D and me. It's just the price you pay for living 30,000 days. Get fired up, get off your duff, and dance your life away.
Our next guest is Ray Shavers, and I have personal experience with his songwriting because he is my fiance, and I have been on this songwriting journey with him ever since I met him. In fact, I met him through Nona Christie at a songwriter event, almost just like this, and I've just been blessed by being around him while he's creating music. So, Ray, tell me a little bit, or tell our audience a little bit about how long you've been writing songs.
Oh, I've been writing since I was probably 13 or 14, and I got a lot of songs. It's really hard to pick 2 songs for the competition. I would rather do like 6 or 8 songs. We wouldn't have to pick one. I wouldn't have to pick 2.
Yeah, we were talking last night about that, how with songwriters, it's like trying to pick one of your children because all of the new songs are like your new baby. And so trying to pick one over the other is very difficult.
Yeah, we put a lot of time into them and put a lot of heart and soul into our songs, and you know we take a lot of pride in them. It's really hard to just toss some aside and only pick one or two.
Right. Well, I want to wish you luck tonight in the competition.
Thank you.
And tell our audience what songs you do plan, and tell me too, because I still don't know which 2 songs are you planning to do tonight.
Well, as of right now, I'm gonna do "Country City Girl." It's a real upbeat song, has a lot of good guitar parts in it, and I'm gonna step out on the limb and I'm gonna do a Christmas song that I wrote, and that's because Christmas songs are so hard to write.
Yes.
And there's just not any coming out. Any new Christmas songs coming out, and I'm like, I'm gonna challenge that. So I wrote one, and I'm gonna, even though it's still 85 degrees outside, I'm gonna play my Christmas song.
Well, that'll be good, and we're looking forward to hearing it. And I wish you luck.
Oh, thank you.
Mwah.
Whistle blows at 5 o'clock, she's out the door. Fires it up, she'll love to hear that engine roar. Hits that freeway, can't wait to wind down. Takes off her blazer to reveal what's underneath. Heading south to a honky tonk to be all she can be. She's a country cross city girl, country cross city girl. That girl is trouble when she's got them boots on. She's drinking doubles, might just take you home. She's got a holy blue jeans and a string of pearls. She's a country city girl. All week long, she's punching that 9 to 5. Business suit, she's living a double life. Off with her high heels and then the cowboy boots. When she's on the dance floor, she's letting it all hang out. She's mighty, kicking sawdust around. She's a country cross city girl, country cross city girl. That girl's trouble, she's got them boots on. She's drinking doubles, might just take you home. She's got a holy blue jeans and a string of pearls. She's a country city girl. She likes to wobble with it, drop down a bit, as she shakes that thing to the left. Wobble with it, drop down a bit, as she shakes that thing to the right. Do that backwards boogie, drop it down and keep it moving. Just do that backwards boogie. Well, everybody dance along, that girl is trouble. She's got them boots on. She's drinking doubles, might just take you home. She's got a holy blue jeans and a string of pearls. She's a country city girl. Yes, she's a country city girl. Thank you. The snow is falling, and it sure looks like it's Christmas. Got your stockings on the fireplace. Finally got all those Christmas lights up. Well, I ain't seen no flying reindeers. Mrs. Claus sure ain't been around. But I could sure use a couple of Santa's good-looking helpers to help me paint this Christmas town. Don't send me no toolbox full of tools. It sounds like a whole lot of work. Don't stuff my stocking with a car cleanup kit. Man, the dirt's looking good on my truck. Well, I could sure use me a brand new pair of boots to dance the soles off mine. This ain't it. If you can hear me now, I'll be home after closing time. Real sawdust from that old dance floor always gets in my boots. I slid a hole in them last Friday night when that boots couldn't boogie, could lose. Well, that neon tree's been calling me since my baby walked out that door. I don't need no angel on the top of my tree. I got plenty on this old dance floor. Don't send me no toolbox full of tools. It sounds like a whole lot of work. Don't stuff my stocking with a car cleaning kit. Man, the dirt's looking good on my truck. Well, I could sure use me a brand new pair of boots to dance the soles off mine. This ain't it. If you can hear me now, I'll be home after closing time. This ain't it. If you can hear me now, I'll be home after closing time.
And Roger Vines is here with me. And I've had the privilege of watching you perform, and I was very impressed with your songs. So I'm very happy that you made it to the finals.
Well, thank you. That's pretty exciting, I tell you what, because there's a lot of good talent here.
Is this the first time you've been in a competition?
No, I've been in a few others.
Okay.
And the one here in Columbus, I've been in it once, and that was it was at a different location. But I was in it one year. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago.
So how long have you been writing songs?
I started back in high school. I was a big John Denver fan and loved his music, and so that encouraged me to get a guitar and, you know, get girls. And
so, I think that's the ultimate goal of guitar players.
Until I found out I couldn't play, and then the girls went the other way. But anyway, so I started in high school, fiddling around with it, and then through college and all, I'd write a little bit here and there with some friends. But I didn't really get started a lot until about 10 years ago. We started a what's called an NSAI chapter, which is Nashville Songwriters Association International.
Yes.
And they've got chapters all over. There's like 5 chapters in Alabama, and they're all over the country. And so as part of that chapter, we have monthly meetings, and you're supposed to bring one song to share with everybody every month.
Right.
Well, I didn't have that many songs, so I said, well, I better get to writing so I have something to share every month.
Well, that's good. I think that being around other songwriters and having to have a reason to do it kind of, you know, fuels that fire.
It does.
Yes, and so that's one of the reasons a competition is such a good idea.
Oh, yeah, and you learn from other songwriters. That's one thing I love to go to these, because everybody's got a different style and a different point of view that they come from.
Right.
So you hear some really neat stuff. You learn a lot from other songwriters just being there.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing you play. Now, I know, you've got to get tuned and everything. So tell me which songs you're going to do tonight.
Tonight I'm going to do 2 songs, one up-tempo, one more of a ballad type song. The one I won with on the 4th round was one called "The Corner of Our Town," was a song about a tree.
Oh, I loved that.
And, thank you. And but I love songs with some humor and some stuff. So the first song I'm going to do is called "Loaded Dice," which is kind of a little tongue-in-cheek, funny song about gambling. And then the second one is called "Beneath the Bark," which is more of a serious nature song. So, but my last name is Vines, and so I call my music kudzu country. And are you familiar with kudzu?
Yes, I
am.
am.
That green vine that grows over everything. So what I tell people, you may not like my music, but it'll grow on you.
That's very cute. So. Well, I wish you luck in the competition tonight, and I can't wait to hear your songs.
Well, thank you. Looking forward to it.
Well, Well, I was feeling lucky at a table in Biloxi with 2 cubes in my fist. I had a mountain of chips and a girl on my hip with a taste of whiskey on her lips. But as I started to roll, I heard an old man say, boy, you better think twice. Those are loaded dice and he's packing the nights, and let me give you some advice. Loaded dice, loaded guns, and loaded women. Boy, you better find a better way to make a living. You can win the game once or twice, or you can lose it all one night. Loaded dice, loaded guns, and loaded women. Then the old man said, I've seen it before, back when I was 24. I was rolling sevens at table 11, I was looking for that big score. When a lady named Debbie, who was sipping Seagram 7, said, you mind if I join the game? Then she pulled out a gun, took my money and run. Here's what I'm trying to say. Loaded dice, loaded guns, and loaded women. Boy, you better find a better way to make a living. You can win the game once or twice, or you can lose it all one night. Loaded dice, loaded guns, and loaded women. Well, that was 15 years ago today, and I'm down to my last dime. But every time I roll the dice, his words come to my mind. But there's a young man playing next to me that reminds me of me. So I passed along those words to him, and I said, this here's for free. Loaded dice, loaded guns, and loaded women. Boy, you better find a better way to make a living. You can win the game once or twice, or you can lose it all one night. Loaded dice, loaded guns, yeah, loaded dice, loaded guns, and loaded women. Boy, you better find a way to change the way you're living. You can win the game once or twice, or you could even lose your life with loaded dice, loaded guns, and loaded women. On the outskirts of Gatlinburg, I stopped into a store. The Indian chief held a welcome sign. A bear stood by the door. Shelves were lined with souvenirs, animals carved in wood, and a man in sawdust overalls asked to help me if he could. I said I'd love to watch you work and ask you if I might. How do you take an old dead tree and make it come to life? He smiled and said it's kinda like meeting someone new. I try to see the good inside, 'cause that's what carvers do. But if we only look on the outside, we'll never be surprised. Like a stump that hides a bald eagle, you can see it if you try. Or a walking stick that was twisted by vines that wrapped it tight. But if you look beneath the bark, there's something beautiful inside. We walked out on the front porch to a couple of rocking chairs. Seems like life and time stood still as we began to share. We found so much in common, as strangers became friends. He chipped away at the man he saw to find the man within. 'Cause if we only look on the outside, we'll never be surprised. Like a stump that hides a bald eagle, you can see it if you try. Or a walking stick that was twisted by vines that wrapped it tight. But if you look beneath the bark, there's something beautiful inside.
People and trees are a lot the same, so much remains unseen. And in the hands of the artist, they can be most anything. But if we only look on the outside, we'll never be surprised. Like a little autistic boy who can sing and make you cry, or a homeless man who was twisted by the story of his life. If you take the time to look, there's something beautiful inside. If we look beneath the bark, there's something beautiful inside.
Well, as we said, we have a lot of competitors here from all over the region, and our next guest is from Marion County. And I've had the privilege of meeting you before, Buck Bradshaw.
Pleasure.
And I was very happy to find out that you were in the competition.
Awesome.
I didn't get to be here that night that you performed, but I know that you're very good. Tell me a little bit about your songwriting and how you got started as a songwriter.
Okay. I started off in a Baptist church on the back row, just being a kid, and my parents had a quartet.
Okay.
So I was introduced to making music at a young age, and then from there, just writing poetry when you were younger, and then trying to put it to lyrics. I had a garage band, and eventually just trying to share stories or trying to tell a story. You hear all these good songs that they tell a story. They take you from the beginning. They take you through everything that happened, and you end up in a common place. Just being able to tell that story and try to express myself.
Well, music is such a good way to do that. And it also opens up the doors for you to be able to do a lot of different things. So what would you say is the most exciting thing that you've done musically?
Most exciting thing? Wow, that would have taken a little bit of thought. I've played on plenty of big stages. I've met cool enough people. It's hard to quantify that kind of thing. There's been so many good and positive experiences. The most recent positive experience is being able to play with my own kids.
Okay.
I've got a 16-year-old and a 13-year-old,
Uh-huh.
and they started off being around it their whole life, but then they get the Guitar Hero, and then they want to try to actually play the real instrument.
Right.
So we went from the video game to actually putting their instrument in their hand and then picking out Comfortably Numb.
Well, I love it that you said that you've had the opportunity to be on big stages with a lot of people and other things going on, but the thing that pops in your head the most
It's the most recent
is
one, yeah.
that you being with your children
Yeah.
and passing your music down. So that says a lot about you.
Well, thank you.
Say hey to your children out there.
Hey, boys.
What are their names?
Evan and Ethan.
Hey, Evan and Ethan, your dad's about to play. We've got a lot of tuning and things to do to get ready. Like we said, the room is getting full of people who are ready here for the competition. So I'm going to let you go get ready.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, and I wish you luck.
Thank you, man.
So won't you come down, sweet Moses, stay with me a while. Write me a life of ways of love, to me and meek and mild. Come down, sweet Jesus, and greet me with a smile. Wrap me up in the wings of a dove, hold me tight for a while. I don't wanna hold on to nothing. I don't need to hold on to nothing. I don't need to hold on to nothing. Just let me hold on to you. Old man decades away, lost in a lover's stare.
Dreams of life, 14-hour days, and a line less gray in his hair. A lady who's lost herself somewhere long ago. Things he thought just what they thought, 20 years too slow. Gotta let it grow. I don't wanna hold on to nothing. I don't need to hold on to nothing. I don't wanna hold on to nothing. Just let me hold on to you. Later on, it always does. The day turns into night. Dream that you're a dragonfly, flying high, let your heart crack a smile. When you say your prayers tonight, before you close your eyes. Cradled up in these arms of mine, kiss my cheek just like a child. Just like a child. I don't wanna hold on to nothing. I don't need to hold on to nothing. I don't wanna hold on to nothing. Just let me hold on to you. Just let me hold on to you. 15 hands up, so they told me. My hands seem more like 25. Bigger than my daddy wrote her. Used to think that horse could read his mind. So late at night I'd come a missing. Snuck out to the barn by moonlight. Sit up on a stool, talk to my Silverado. Never said a word, but she just smiled. And I talk of riding out in the field. Grandpa used to let me drive his brown truck. I'd take the wheel, he'd take the gas. We go bouncing through the hay fields in the winter. Time moves fast, making memories like that. Died the year before I got my learners. First time I'd seen my daddy cry. Left me a 410, his brown Silverado. My grandma said I always had a smile when we go riding out in the field. With the reins a wheel, the wind in my hair. Might be bumpy, but I don't care. Hold on tight and let's enjoy the ride. My Silverado. Used to see her every other summer. She moved in with her grandma down the road. Lay up making bud pies, playing in the front yard, shelling peas and snapping purple hulls. We had a path beat down across the hayfield. Walked the creek up to the swimming hole. say the boys would dance, me, I'm no different. The first time that she kissed me, I just froze. And we went riding out in the field with the reins of will, the wind in my hair. Might get bumpy, but I don't care. Hold on tight and let's enjoy the ride. My Silverado. Run pins and pools in the back of it, back and forth to Tennessee and once out west. Late this May is gonna make this best trip yet. They tied a rope and cans to the bumper, just married in the back lights. We set out our dues, made a beeline from the church door. Tossed your rice and bubbles, soaking up the tears of the lambs, sitting in the driveway of the churchyard, about to start the rest of our lives. Kiss me on my cheek, squeeze my knee and scoot over. Pointed out the gate to the hayfield open wide. So one more time, riding out in the field with the reins of will, the wind in my hair. Might get bumpy, but I don't care. Hold on tight, let's enjoy the ride. My Silverado. My Silverado.
Thank you very much.
Well, now we have one of my favorite people in the whole entire world. Dee Armstrong is here.
Thank you. And you're one of my favorites too, I tell you. It's interesting, the role reversal. She's usually on my show. Now I'm on your show. So this is fun.
Well, I've learned a lot from you, and one of the things that excited me so much, we've been friends for so long, is when I found out about how strong your music connection is in the community. Because a lot of people don't know that you sing and that you write music. So tell me a little bit about what you're doing with your music right now.
Wow. Music, you know, when music is in you, it's nothing you can do but write it down and have fun with it. So I've always written songs. I can go back, I find songs all over the house, and then I wonder, what did that sound like? Because I forgot what it sounded like.
Right.
So I've always written music. But I had a house full of kids, and had to work to take care of them. So music took like the back door, the back seat, and it was just like an escape sometimes. I bought a piano and keyboards, and but now the kids are grown and they're gone, and I just want to play. Yes.
Well, you deserve that, and I was here last week and I heard your song about hair. And there's a big long story about that. So what we're going to do, so we're going to have Dee on Faces and Places to do an episode all by herself, because this lady has a story to tell, let me tell you. And I know you've got to get ready for your performance tonight. So what are you going to do?
I'm going to do a song called Stronger, because that's part of the story I'll tell. It's about people who want to hurt you, and it's really terrible when it's going down, and then you go through that thing and you go, wow, I learned so much from it. I'm actually a better person.
Right.
And so you're stronger a lot of times because of the crazy things that people try to put you through. So I wrote that down. I wrote that down immediately. and this is the song. And then I'm doing hair.
Okay. Well, I think sometimes when people are unfriendly to you or just mean, it's because they're jealous. And you are such a beautiful person.
Woo.
And you
Thank
have
you.
such amazing talent. And I cannot wait to hear your music tonight.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to have fun. I'll tell you what, half the people in here have been on my show as amazing talent. And I got the nerve to be in here.
Well, everybody supports each other.
Yeah,
so.
it is. It's such a friendly community.
Well, you go, girl.
Okay,
and I
thank
wish
you.
you luck in the competition tonight, and I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to spend more time with you.
Okay.
Because of you, I'm stronger, wiser, better than before. Didn't think I would make it. I was in a bad place, never been there before. What would people say when they see me here today? And what I'm going through, Lord. He reminded me of his promise to me that he would be here and see me through. Though the earth gives way and the mountains fall, I'm with you. You're a warrior, keep your eyes on me. Child, trouble comes to all my children eventually. Give them love for hate and love will set you free. Give them love for hate and love will set you free. So what you're looking at is true. I'm not the same as you, but I'm not ashamed. I'm free. After years and years of trying to hide it, oh, I felt so bad deep inside it. But no more, no more, no more, no more. 'Cause can't you see, I'm not you and you're not me. And that's the way it's supposed to be. Can't you just love me for me? Though the earth gives way and the mountains fall, I'm with you, child. 'Cause you're a warrior, keep your eyes on me. Trouble comes to all my children eventually. Give them love for hate, love will set you free. Oh, give them love for hate, love will set you free. It could have hurt me, but it made me stronger. Na 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 na. Oh oh oh. It could have hurt me, but it made me so much stronger. Na 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 na. Oh oh oh. It could have hurt me, but it made me stronger. Na 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 na. You know that's what you say when somebody goes after you. And you go. It didn't hurt me, but it made me stronger. It could have hurt me, but it made me stronger. Na 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 na. Oh 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 oh. Could have hurt me, but it made me stronger. Na 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 na. Y'all can sing it with me. It could have hurt me, but it made me stronger. Na 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 na. Oh oh. It could have hurt me, but it made me stronger. Na 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 na. Oh, it made me stronger and so much wiser too. Though the earth gives way and the mountains fall, I'm with you. You're a warrior, keep your eyes on me. Trouble comes to all my children eventually. Oh, give them love for hate. Love set you free. Come on. Can you give them love for hate? Love will set you free. Oh, give them love for hate. Love will set you free. got hair and I don't. You got hair and I don't. Looked in the mirror, it was gone. Wondered what was going on. You got hair and I don't. You got hair and I don't. Buy some hair on Amazon.com. In 3 days it's on your head and you're gone. Learning to love myself despite the change. It wasn't easy, it was an alopecia thing. And I thought I was all alone with my burdens to bear. Who's going to love me? I ain't got no hair. Well, you got hair and I don't. You got hair and I don't. Fabric softener is a girl's best friend. It brings old wigs back together again. You got hair and I don't. Oh, you got hair and I don't. They make these wig taps way too tight, so I sleep in the ball at night. Learning to love myself despite the change. It ain't always easy, it's an alopecia thing. And I sure thought I was all alone with this burden to bear. But who's going to love me? I ain't got no hair. Alopecia is an autoimmune disease that has no cure. My crazy body attacks my hair follicles and Mama D is bald. Just like Samuel L. Jackson in Shaft. Shut your mouth. He's bad. He was hot, wasn't he? He was hot like jalapenos. Like jalapenos, alopecia is very hot. Those curling irons and shampoo bowls, I need them not. Jay-Z can't rub on Bay's head like my boo rubs mine. And I can go get hair anytime. Oh, I can buy some hair anytime. From Brazil, Peru, from a Chinese lady's head. Wear it wavy, wear it straight, I wear it sleeping in the bed. Handmade lace front, custom color just for me. See you standing at my edges, is that weave or is it D's? See you staring at my edges, is that hair D's? I get a discount when I buy bundles of 3. Go shave your head, you still won't look sexy as me. From Brazil, from Peru, from a Chinese lady's head, I wear it wavy, wear it straight, wear it sleeping in the bed. Handmade lace front, custom color just for me. Why you staring at my edges? Is it weave or is it D's? If I bought it, hey, it belongs to me. I get those discounts when I buy bundles of 3. If you shave your head, you still won't look as sexy as me. You got hair and I don't. Oh, you got hair and I don't. Looked in the mirror, it was gone. Wondering what was going on. You got hair and I don't. You got hair and I don't. You got hair and I don't. Oh, you got hair and I don't. Where is it? There it is, there it is.
It was extremely difficult, and I will tell you that your votes helped, and we did not even look at your votes until we just were battling and battling and battling. And we all had our picks, and we went to bat for them, but it was very, very difficult, I have to tell you. Great night of entertainment, I'm sure everybody in here agrees. Unbelievable. You guys are all winners because you got here tonight. And on top of that, I mean, there were several of these songs can be pitched in Nashville. In Dee's case, I'm thinking it would be more of Disney because she's got show tunes, you know. But anyway, I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to hold it any longer. Our third place is Ted McVay, and the song is Dance Macabre. It's the one that he did.
It's recording at Justin Ballou Studio, Bibb City Sound. So you can make a record.
Or more. Congratulations, Ted. Congratulations, Ted. Our second place runner-up is Country City Girl, Ray Shavers. Come over here, Ray. We're going to let you present. You want to come up and present it to him? Just from everything you used to?
Yeah, but Nathan's not.
All right. Thank you, man. I need another guitar. Woo!
Thank you, Ray. Thank you.
And I know we're all dying to hear this. Our winner is 10 years or more, Brittany Avery. Brittany Avery. Come on up, baby. Now, I want you to put your hands together for Covenant Woods. They even gave us a big check.
I don't know if I
And I got to tell you something. She wrote 2 good songs. Both Sick Bullets was a fabulous song as well. So really, I think she was the only person that we collectively as judges agreed that had 2 songs that could really. We were arguing over which of her songs should win, quite frankly. Thank you all.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did. It was a blast, and I love seeing how much talent we have here in this community. So we want to encourage you to watch our show on YouTube and share it with your friends, and let's let this go viral, folks, because people in our area need to know how much talent there is here. I want to thank Trevioli, and I want to thank Covenant Woods for sponsoring this, and CTV Beam for being here tonight to record this for history, because we have some songwriters here tonight that I guarantee you will make history after they perform. So thank you for joining us today on Faces and Places. You know I love you guys, and you never know whose faces you'll see and which place we'll be. Until next time.